welcome to the stage as well. 2 seconds, I just need to send this text. Send. Has anyone ever done that to you before? Raise your hand. Now be honest. Have you ever done that to anyone else before?
I think I did that to somebody at the break.
Raise your hand. That's good that you're all honest about it and you admit it. Modern technology these days, mobiles, social media, it makes us hurry all the time. We always have this sort of like sense of urgency. Everything needs to be done now, there and then. And it's part of human behaviour. You'll find when you're born, you go to school, take yourself back, you might remember being asked, what subjects do you want to do right now? Did you feel a wee bit of pressure with that? No, you're all fine? You're all sorted? When you go through life, so when you go to university, you choose a subject and then you think, okay, then you want to get a job, then when you're in a job, you want to get promoted, then you're getting older, so you think, I want to find my lifelong partner, and then you think, I need to get kids, or I want kids, and it's this constant sense of hurriedness all the time. The problem is, you're not living in the moment. And you find, it's like with the story with the rainbow, you know when you see like a rainbow from a distance, and then you finally get there and walk over it, and there's nothing there. That's exactly what life is like. Steve Jobs, who created Apple, I'm sure you all know, but when he was on his deathbed a few years ago, one of the things he actually said, and he expressed this, he realised that he was so successful in life and he had all the money that he needed, but what he didn't have, looking back, was joy. That's powerful. Mm-hmm. And when you think about it, to get joy, you have to be in the moment. But how do we do this? What I would suggest, say you're going out for dinner with a family member or a friend, take a snapshot in your mind of that moment and use your senses. So look about you, see all the plates and all the tasty food. When you get your food, smell it. When you taste it, you'll also hear all the hubbub. But just really, that'll help you centre yourself and you'll get in that moment. There was once an event that I went to with work. It was a disability open day. Did you ever get that time when you're waiting in a train and you just miss it and you think, oh my god, and you feel that sort of frustration? Did you ever get that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to wait another half an hour. Or you could be meeting a friend for a coffee and they're half an hour late. You cannot wait for time to pass quick enough. It's so frustrating. I had this feeling. When I arrived, I set up my stall. I had all the funding information there. And I was playing with my phone. And then there was a man that came up to me in a wheelchair. And he just started talking to me. So he was about to play tennis, wheelchair tennis. And he said, do you want to grab a coffee? And I thought at the time, it's quite random, but okay, why not? So we went for a coffee. And I was just like amazed. He was the most positive guy you could ever meet. Full of vibrancy. He started talking about how he ended up in a wheelchair. And it was 20 years ago. He was in a serious accident with his wife and his son driving the car. His wife tragically died and he was left to bring up his son. Now he also had a spinal injury, which meant he was paralysed and could no longer walk. But what I was so struck about was how positive he was just in that moment, just talking about life. He couldn't wait for the tennis. And it really, I was taken aback by it. So when it comes down to it, it makes you realise We all talk to each other, but we listen just to respond. We should really listen to understand. For all that man cherished, I valued a moment of his time.